Hidden away in the warehouses of Fruitvale, Oakland, lies a unique brewery and taproom that's shaking up the craft beer business. Pioneering in bioenergy brewing technologies, Ale Industries has been serving their craft beer in an environmentally conscious way since 2009. Today, we'll take a tour of their taproom and brewery to learn what it takes to make a one-of-a-kind craft beer. I'm your host, John On, and this is The Drunken Eater at Ale Industries. This unassuming taproom has more to offer than meets the eye. At first glance, you might just think it's another warehouse, but if you take a look inside, you'll find good times and even better beers. The open atmosphere and scattered seating give a welcoming vibe, and the first thing to catch your eye is the stunning mural of the Port of Oakland. Just around the corner is a collection of their previous and current beer can artwork, arranged in an installation that's fit for a gallery. Each can boasts a unique design, and some even raising awareness for different causes, such as my favorite, Haley the Cat, representing East Bay SPCA, an animal welfare organization. In the back of the tap room is probably the coolest area, with 4 retro pinball machines themed after some of my favorite movies and TV shows. This stellar Star Trek pinball machine, featuring the captain himself, Sir Patrick Stewart, is enough to bring out the 12-year-old fanboy I thought was long forgotten. Check out this Sopranos machine with a bunch of callbacks and references to the popular TV series. This creature of the Black Lagoon machine is just as iconic and retro as a 1954 film. You can't help but appreciate the artwork. And my favorite, the Ghostbusters machine, featuring the Marshmallow Man and Gumby, which I think is a callback to the character Gumbo in the animated series The Real Ghostbusters. Talk about a deep cut. Although my inner child was begging for a few more rounds, the show must go on. Besides, we're here for the beer, not the games. To learn a bit about how they make their craft beers, I met with Morgan Cox, the co-founder and brewmaster of Ale Industries.
My name is Morgan Cox. I'm the co-founder and brewmaster at Ale Industries. We've been in business since 2009, and I've been brewing since 2001. When I was 22 years old is when I started. This is where it all happens here in the Fruitvale district of Oakland, California. So the way that we make beer here is the same way that beer's been made for probably the last 7 to 10,000 years. It starts with grain, and grain comes in and is fed through the mill, which is this red unit over here. The mill is something that cracks the individual grains of malt into 2 or 3 pieces, with the majority of them actually staying in one whole piece, but just being cracked. That's fed through this conveyor that comes into my mash tun, where it's mixed with hot water at a very specific temperature, which then activates enzymes that are naturally occurring in the grain that convert the starch into sugar. That sugar then is rinsed out of the grains in the mash tun over here into the boil kettle. And the boil kettle is steam fired through the boiler over here, which is a boiler that I built myself. Runs off of, in essence, biodiesel, but we use vegetable oil. So that's why you see Ale Industries as Bioenergy Brewed. That's where that comes from. That steam then goes into jackets around the boil kettle and brings it up to a boil. That sugar water from the malt is then combined and boiled with hops, which balance out that sweetness with the bitterness. It's then cooled and put into fermenters, which are these shiny stainless steel vessels all throughout the brewery. That's when the yeast is introduced. So I don't actually make beer. I make a meal for yeast, and the yeast makes the beer for me. I just have to keep them happy and their dinner clean. As long as I do that, they do the dirty work and they make beer for me. It takes anywhere between 2 to 6 weeks, depending on the beer, the type of yeast that's being used, and what our final outcome we're looking for the beer to finish with fermentation. It's nice to have at least 1 week, preferably 2 weeks of maturation, where flavors kind of come together, CO2 fully saturates, that sort of thing, before we're canning the beer or putting it into kegs or serving it in our tap room. And that's the fast and easy version of how beer is made here and throughout the world. All right, so this is a sample of our barrels that we have here at Ale Industries. We do everything from 100% Brett lactobacillus fermented sours to also clean ferment whiskey and bourbon barrel aged beers. You can tell the difference between the two. A wine barrel is going to look pretty nice and put together, like you see this one here, and then a whiskey barrel is going to look like it has been around the block a few times, and that's because it has. Most of the whiskey barrels are going to have at least 2 to 3 years of being rolled around in a shed with whiskey inside of them, and the whiskey dries the wood out, which is why it's not as smooth. And there's different sizes here because the density of the wood has allowed it to shrink at different rates than other ones, where with wine, it doesn't dry it out as much, so it stays nice and clean. My favorite is to do 100% Brettanomyces lactobacillus sour ferments, that after fermentation, then I include fresh fruits into it. I have a connection out in the Central Valley of some farmers who grow stone fruit, and they let me pick off of their orchards that they're getting ready to abandon. So they don't water them, they don't spray pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, nothing. So as I'm picking this fruit, you can see wild yeast dripping off of figs and peaches and plums and fig's not a stone fruit, but I see this yeast dripping off of them, and those are the fruits that I target, and that's how I end up creating the beers that I do that have such a unique, wild type of palate to them. So I hope it's something that you enjoy.
Well, at last, it's time to try some of this beer we've all been hearing about. However, this wouldn't be the drunken eater without some food. When asked where I could grab a quick bite, the taproom manager Crystal kindly directed me to the neighboring food joint, Willie's Kitchen. Just a quick walk down the block lies a small one-man kitchen, dishing out burgers and fries for the whole neighborhood. I met up with the owner Willie himself, who was kind enough to open his kitchen so I could grab some lunch.
Hello, my name is Wilson Mendez, and also known as Willie. I've been in the business for about 19 years, but this spot I've basically been here for about 6 months. So we basically make everything from scratch. We're not buying frozen stuff or anything like that. So. This is basically our signature burger. We call it Willie's Burger. It's basically 50% chuck and 50% sirloin mixed up all together. It makes it really juicy, and also we use it cheddar cheese. For example, this one I made it double, and also we added some secret sauce on top. So brioche bun, Belgian style fries. So we make it all in house, as far as aioli and pickles and of course ketchup. So yeah. Come and check us out. Willie's Kitchen. We're located on 954 Fruitvale Avenue here in Oakland, California, right next door with Aloha Club Bar. So welcome. We have a beautiful patio. We're here to serve you.
Thanks, Willie.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Thank you.
And with my quest to find some food complete, I headed back to Ale Industries for the long-awaited main event, the beers. A custom, curated flight, which is set to boast some of the best craft beers Ale Industries has to offer. Try out the flight. First one's first, we got Golden State. Cheers. That is so good. It's like a fruity, light, crisp taste. Golden State. Good first choice. On to the next one. We got Cherry Kush. And I like how these are numbered. Keeps it nice and easy so you know what you're drinking. Cherry Kush. Cheers. Wow. You can really taste the cherry. Almost like a cherry cola with a beer. Wow. That's delicious. It's like a hint of cherry. It's not very strong. Golly, that's good. Okay, next up we got the Helles Lager. Helles Lager. Let's try it out. Cheers. Yeah, that's your traditional lager. That is wonderful. You know, not a lot of fruity notes. Just a straight, classic good lager. Okay, next we got the Town Kolsch. Town Kolsch. I don't know what a Kolsch is. If you do, go ahead and comment and let me know down below. Town Kolsch. That's great. I have no idea what a Kolsch is, but I suspect this is how it's supposed to taste. Delicious. So freaking good. Okay, those were the light beers. Now we're getting into some more of the thicker beers. Right here, this one's called the Sour Kush. No, it's not weed. It's beer. Sour Kush. It is indeed sour. A lovely sour. If I were to drink sour kush, this would be it. This one is a top contender. Might be better than the Golden State. I'm not sure. These are my favorite right now. Oh, that's delicious. All right, our last one. Signature East Bay. Look at that. Look how thick that is. You can't even see through it. It's almost like orange juice. Beautiful color. Beautiful color. That's the IPA. Absolutely, you taste the hops. Very strong hops. Delicious beer. It's not just hops. I can taste the fruits, the sweetness, the bitterness. It all comes together. Yeah, but top contender, definitely going to be the sour kush in the Golden State. Go ahead and give it a try again. This is delicious. All the right fruit notes. Perfect consistency. Yeah. That's my winner right there. Golden State. Put that in the books. Try that sour kush one more time. Oh boy. It's an experience in itself. If you never had a sour beer before, maybe like a sour whiskey or sour mash, this is a perfect introductory beer to sour beers. Hats off to Morgan, the master brewer. Jeez, wonderful beers. This does not do it justice, folks. If you want to taste and come try and experience this, please stop by AO Industries. Beautiful staff, beautiful place, wonderful cat. They've got it all. Just a street walk down and you get an awesome little burger, fries. They don't mind bringing in. Everyone's supporting each other here, small businesses. Yeah, great place. I'm gonna enjoy my beer and my burger. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't mind me. I'm digging in. Awesome. That's a classic burger. Thank you, Willie. Amazing. Just look how thick and juicy that is. Jeez. I'm gonna have a hard time eating this whole thing. And these beers. But what a great time to be alive. You know, there's something unique about being in a warehouse, hidden away near some old railroad tracks, that makes this taproom brewery feel special, almost like a secret. The welcoming staff make you feel like family, and just after spending a day here, it already felt like home. From the unique artwork to the retro pinball machines, AO Industries has quickly become one of my favorite hangout spots in Oakland. If you're ever in the Oakland area, be sure to stop by and have an experience of your own. Special thanks to Crystal, Morgan, and Willie for all their help. If you want to check out AO Industries for yourself, you can find all the links in the description below. And yeah, if you liked the video, please help out the channel, hit that like button and subscribe. If you guys have any recommendations for any cool bars or eateries in the Bay Area, let me know in the comments below. I might feature it in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of